In the first lesson, we learned strategies for the whole unseen. In the next lessons, we're going to start looking at the different types of questions. But before we do that, I will uncover the most important distinction of Hana that is relevant to all the questions. This is something that you have to ask yourself before you begin looking for the answer, and it will save you a lot of time and many mistakes.
Really? What is this distinction?
I see you're curious, and that's good. However, before I tell you what this distinction is, you should understand the way paragraphs are built. You see, every paragraph is built from a topic sentence, which expresses the main idea of the paragraph, and examples of this idea, which include specific details. The topic sentence usually comes at the beginning of the paragraph, but sometimes it can also come at the end, and it's always a generalization. Now, let's look at the text we've already seen in Lesson 1, What Not to Eat, which poses a greater risk to our health, fried food or sweet desserts. To most of us, the answer is obvious. For decades, we've been told by health authorities that fatty foods are responsible for a whole range of serious illnesses and should be avoided. Sugar, on the other hand, was said to cause nothing worse than tooth decay. But now it seems that our ideas regarding both fat and sugar need rethinking. The reason? They may have been influenced by manufacturers of sugar and of sugar-rich foods working to protect their interests. What is the topic sentence in the paragraph? 20 seconds of sea view.
Is it at the end of the paragraph?
That's right, it's at the end of the paragraph. After bringing information about how fat has always been considered the cause of many diseases, as opposed to sugar, which was thought to be less harmful, the final sentence of the paragraph reveals the main idea for the paragraph, as well as for the whole article. The sugary food manufacturers have withheld the truth about the true nature of sugar in order to protect their financial interests. Now let's look at the first question. Whenever you read a question, always ask yourself first this: what information am I asked to provide here? What do they want me to find? Is it a generalization or a specific detail? What do you think, Itai? Which one is it? So while Itai is thinking, I'd like you to think about it as well. Take 30 seconds.
The question reads: 1. What point does the writer makes in lines 1 to 6? They are asking me what the writer is trying to say, what point he's making, and the point in the main idea. So, I guess they want me to find the generalization.
Excellent! That's exactly the mental process I want you to go through whenever you read a question. Now, let's look at the answers. So, 1. What point does the writer make in lines 1 to 6? 1. Fat poses a higher risk to our health than sugar does. השומן מסכן את בריאותנו הרבה יותר מסוכר. Option 2. Sugar used to cause less damage than it does today. בעבר סוכר גרם לי יותר נזק מאשר היום. Option 3. The causes of tooth decay are not well understood. הסיבות לריקבון שיניים אינן מובנות מספיק. Option 4. information we get about food may be unreliable. מידע שאנו מקבלים על המזון עלול להיות לא אמין. So, in option 1, fat poses a higher risk to our health than sugar does. This is the false opinion people used to hold about fat and sugar. So, it's not the main idea of the paragraph. Option 2, sugar used to cause less damage than it does today. This is totally wrong. Option 3, the causes of tooth decay are not well understood. This answer does mention something from the text, but is it the main idea? Is it the generalization?
No, it's a specific detail.
Great! Now, look at option 4. Information we get about food may be unreliable. Is it a generalization? Yes! Is it the main idea of the paragraph? Of course! So, this is the correct answer. Before we read the third paragraph and do the same, identify the topic sentence. Let's look at the list of typical words. These words help you decide whether the question is looking for a generalization or a detail. Questions that ask about the main idea, that is, ask you to give a generalization, typically include words like, what do we learn? What does X mean? What is the difference between this and that? What is the similarity? What is common to? What are we told about something? What is the conclusion? What is the main message? What is the point that the writer is trying to make? What does the writer want us to do or to know? We are told why, or what is this an example of? So, questions that ask about specific details typically include other words. Words like give one example, or list the reasons, or results, or examples, or outcome, or name the. So please compare the first sentence of the paragraph with the last one. Which one is a generalization and which one includes specific details? I'll give you 70 seconds to do that. When the review was published in 1967 in a prestigious medical journal, most scientists accepted its conclusion. כשהמאמר פורסם בירחון רפואי יוקרתי ב-1967, רוב המדענים קיבלו את מסקנתו. Since then, the sugar and food manufacturers have continued taking steps to keep sales high. ומאז יצרני המזון והסוכר המשיכו לנקוט בצעדים שיבטיחו שיעור מחירות גבוה. Again and again, they have shifted the blame for various health problems away from sugar. שוב ושוב הם הסיטו מהסוכר את האשמה לבעיות בריאות מגוונות. For instance, a major manufacturer of sugary drinks is funding a group of scientists who promote the view that the main cause of obesity is lack of exercise, despite evidence that physical activity has only minimal impact on weight. כך למשל, יצרן גדול של משקאות ממותקים מממן קבוצה של מדענים אשר מקדמים את ההשקפה כי הסיבה העיקרית למשקל עודף היא מחסור בפעילות גופנית, וזאת למרות ההוכחות שלפעילות גופנית יש רק השפעה מזערית על המשקל. In addition, advertising campaigns have greatly exaggerated the benefits of sugar, for example, by claiming that it is the most important source of energy for the body. בנוסף לכך, מסעות פרסום הגזימו מאוד בהצגת יתרונות הסוכר, למשל על ידי הטענה שהוא מקור האנרגיה העיקרי של הגוף. Now let's read question 4 in the answering. What are you requested to find, the generalization or a specific detail? Number 4. What are we told in lines 16 to 23 about the sugar and food manufacturers? Give one answer. Complete the sentence. We're told why. 20 seconds of sea view.
What are we told? This is a generalization about the manufacturers.
That's right. So all you have to do is look at the topic sentence of the paragraph and rephrase it so it fits the stem that you're given. The stem are the 3-4 words at the beginning of the answer. Do you remember what I taught you in the free video about this question?
Yes, the why is not a question and therefore I mustn't add a reason to a reason.
Wonderful. To sum up the second lesson, before we begin looking for the answer to a question, first ask yourself, what is that you're looking for? Is it a generalization or a specific detail? If it's the generalization, look for it in the topic sentence of the paragraph, which will be found either at the beginning or at the end. However, if you're asked to find a specific details, look for it in the middle of the paragraph. Goodbye and see you in the next lesson.